Good afternoon, everyone. What we're looking at today is the 180SX. Obviously Nissan, we're still running with the JDM theme. Here we've got the RPS13 is what a 180SX is called. You've got a S13 and that's what a Silvia is called. So a Nissan Silvia is an S13, came in many different configurations. Man, where do you even start? They came with a CA, they came with an auto, they came with a manual, they came with an SR, they came in different what would you say, options and different categories. They came out with a Q's, a Queen series based on cards, a deck of cards. They came out with a Queen, a King, a Jack, and they came out with an Almighty or an Ace. So they came out with some insanely cool different models, basically with hundreds of different options, from knee pads to cool boxes inside the in the glove box, various light configurations from the early models on the Jacks with what we call brick headlights. They came out with the GT headlights, which is the two hyperbolic ones with the square one. We call that the GT series. Most of those were on CAs. And they came out with an SR20 version of the triple beam ones. And they came out with the yellow foggy as well. Came out with various fog lights, aero, different options with mirror wings, heaps of, or not so many wheel options. Came out with a few different types of wheel options on that. 180SX came out with all sorts of different options as well. Came out with, I think, 3 series going chronologically. There was the Spec S, the Spec R. Then they had a Type S, which is like a Type X, which is the last version. But they had a Type S version, manual non-turbo SR, and then they had the Type X with a black top SR20, running different rear lights, which were really good looking rear lights that everybody loves. Sorry about that. I'm going to leave that in because that's how I want them to be raw. Do the raw. So they came out with one Type X rear lights, which everybody absolutely loved. I don't know how to unbox these today because there were so many various models, but I feel like we should do the S13 and the RPS13. We should do them, I think, in one hit. So we'll unbox all of these. There's 2 different variants of Type X. You've obviously got a premium model in the street tuners here with rubber wheels, very similar to the HKS Volks that are in there, but we can have a little bit of a detailed look at the rear lights on the Type X, which were absolutely phenomenal. This one's obviously got the Advan livery on it as well, livery, and this one here has got I don't know if it's a top secret livery or what that is on there, but this is in one of my favorite colors, TH1, which was an awesome color on GTRs, 180SXs, and on Silvias as well. Absolutely gorgeous cars, the Silvias. It kind of gives them away. That the rounder back boot badge, which you can see just up there, was on the SR20s, and then you've got the squarer one over here, which was on all the CA18s. So heaps of different varying models and heaps of different varying options. Hundreds, in fact, but every one of them were cool. From the champagne over white, to the sea breeze or sea foam. All of the different two-tone options in the Silvia were just fantastic. When you see somebody two-tone a 180SX, it looks fantastic as well. We've got another 180SX here. This one here is another Type X. So you can see, they came out with the different rear lights. The Type X came out with different rear wheels. They came out with a really strong blacktop SR20 in them, which actually run the GTIR pistons and rods, which make them pretty tough. You can You can identify Type X engines pretty quickly. They came out with ribs on the front of the head, so pretty easy to work out which ones they are first. All of these Type X's came out with a Type X specific wing. I don't think it's probably worth us opening maybe only one of these because they look exactly the same other than paint. I do love the aero rims on these. Got about 50 of these. I've got about 50 in black as well. Black look absolutely beautiful. Save them for the grandkids down the track. But this Type X one here, I wouldn't mind opening this one as well. Because it looks damn cool. So we'll open that one too. Let's open that one. Let's open the one with the arrows because it's going to look great under lights. The impel wheels. And let's open this up, this S13 one as well. Yeah, I think that'll probably do. I'm really keen to see how the Silvia comes up. This one's an interesting car. It's running the looks like it's running the Silvia pig nose RPS13 front lip, which is kind of cool because it's running a bit of a mixture of different parts that if you kind of didn't know about them, you wouldn't know what it was, I guess. It's also running a rear screen bit of aero there, which I'm really keen to see how that goes in the tunnel. But how about we crack open one of these black RPS13 180SXs first. It's a Type X, so it's top of the range. Let's have a look at that first, eh? Everyone's going to flame me once again for opening these boxes this way. And I'm sorry if this video's a little bit long, guys. I grew up with kind of these cars. I've wrecked probably damn close to 500 of these. So, you know, they hold a bit of a special place in my heart. They've allowed me to afford to buy cars myself. So yeah, you've got the Type X rear garnish. It came with specific rear garnish. It's actually a 5-piece all up. You get the left and right rear lights. You've got a specific bottom garnish here that actually has a kink in it. So you can't actually use the 180SX normal rear garnish unless you space it out at the bottom a little bit. This thing's pretty cool actually. It's got a nice little muffler on it as well. And yeah, they came with a different front rear bar. The Type X came with different interior, came with a different steering wheel, different motor, different rear lights, different kind of full aero package, but boy do they look awesome. I've only ever owned one white Type X myself, which was just a beautiful car. They're beautiful to drive. They don't feel like Lego cars, but yeah, let's get straight into this one before I bore you all. And let's have a look how this bad boy's going to go. They really are a stunning car. And to tell you the truth, I feel like they're really worth the money. If you wanted to go and buy a Type X right now, you could probably go on car sales, spend $45,000 and get yourself a piece of history in immaculate condition. Alright guys, let's fire up and let's see how the old black Type X goes. Boy, they look good in there. Oh, wow, what a pattern. Alright, let's zoom in a little bit. Boy, what a gorgeous car. Alright, it's sitting on just a lazy 260 kilometers an hour, which there's probably a lot of them even in Australia alone that could pull those kind of speeds. Yeah. Nice, really nice swirl back there with the wake. I mean, aerodynamically, can you get a better looking car? Let's crank it all the way up to 432. It may stop saying that we've got an oil shortage, but I've topped it all up, so we've just got to deal with that. Oh, that is gorgeous. Wow. What a car. I could see myself owning another 180SX. You know, we probably haven't wrecked one in well over a year. We did a few S13s this year with Silvia's, but yeah, no 180s. Really glad to see people hanging on to them. They're just an absolute fantastic car. And there you go, RPS13. Oh. And then you've got PS13 for the Silvia. That one's also running the square brick headlights, which are very, very sought after. Alright, just cruising along nicely. Looking absolutely fantastic in there. Love it. Alright, let's swap it over to the one with a bit of aero. With the aero wheels. Look at that. Oh, that's a good looking car. Wow. Wow, that thing's gorgeous. Sorry if I stop and geek out a little bit, guys. Absolutely love these cars. Alright, let me just put the stand back up again. I'll start to get into doing a little bit more on the editing side. But I appreciate everyone bearing with me. Alright, so we've got the white 180. In we go. Another gorgeous looking car. Wow. Okay. There's error on that, but there's actually not. That looks absolutely fantastic. Such a good looking car, and yeah, came out with so many variations to suit everybody's flavour that honestly there was really no excuse to buy one, because you could tick every option, every colour, lots of different makes and models. If you didn't want one, you shouldn't have been sitting in the showroom, because they could have catered to everybody's needs. Well, that's the 180SXs, guys, or as we know, RPS13 is what they're called. I'm going to save the Silvia for tomorrow, because I'm really excited about seeing how that one's going to act, especially with that rear windscreen mirror aero there. So please tune in tomorrow, guys, and we'll see how the S13 goes against its two ops, the 180SXs. Awesome, guys! I really appreciate you tuning in. I'm really enjoying doing these, because you know, these are cars that I grew up with and cars that I love. And please bear with me with the editing and stuff like that. I'm absolutely hopeless at that, but hopefully I don't bore you too much. Guys, if there's a car you specifically want to see, I have hundreds if not thousands of Matchbox cars, from everything from Euro to JDM. I want to go through all the JDM first before I start going into the Euro, but I can't stop looking at it. Just amazing. But yeah, so please guys, if there's anything you actually want to see, hit me up. I've got the run of all the JDM stuff that I want to do first. But yeah, it should be good. I want to do this, the premium version, 300ZX versus the Targa Roof 300ZX here by Hot Wheels. Unreal. So I want to do the two 300ZXs back to back as well. But yeah guys, we'll catch you tomorrow. As you know, I'm posting one of these every single day. I will not be missing a day. I'm going to put a prize up for if I do miss a day and somebody actually catches it out. I'm going to put a prize up, which will be a decent prize. Something to do with JDM. Could be a Nardi steering wheel or something like that. But yeah, so tune in, tell your friends, because when I do make that mistake, someone will be there ready to contact me. First one that does is going to receive a Nardi steering wheel or something equivalent. I might give them a choice of a few things that they can have. I've got enough stuff. Yeah, but thanks again, guys. See you all tomorrow. Appreciate you watching. OG out.